Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy P-Lot, aka the Brick Slinger, and guess what? Your boy got something to say. Now, y'all already heard about the whole situation with Ima Udoka. Got it right this time. And the whole situation with him at Boston Celtics. Now, I'm about to speak on this woman by the name of Malika Andrew. She have nothing to do with the scandal, this allegation, whatever the case may be. She's actually a sports journalist for ESPN, and she has definitely made a name for herself, being known as a very passionate yet aggressive feminist sports analysis, whatever the case may be. And when it came to the situation with Ima, when she was on Stephen A. Smith's show, she basically got at Stephen for wondering why there's no accountability for the women that partake in the that that action. Problem is, when you go on another man's show and try to check him, you end up getting checked. Especially when your motive and your intention is to try to check somebody who knows how this thing goes. Because Stephen A. Smith was like, yo, if you're going to fire this dude, fire this dude. But if you're going to suspend this dude, suspend this dude. But if there's some other things going on and it's consensual, why not get the people that's also involved? You know what I'm saying? But her thing was, you should not try. There should be no finger pointing and no judgment on the women. Nobody should be attacking the women. And Stephen wasn't attacking the women. He let it be known what his attention was, his whole thing was, his whole point. But she wasn't falling for that. Then go to her show and you bring out Perkins. Now, Perkins been in the game for a while now. And he basically said the same thing that Stephen A. Smith said. But her whole thing was, well, since we're going to go based upon the investigation, the independent investigation, and this, that, and the third, we don't know everything. And he's like, look, I know everything. I got the source. You know what I'm saying? I got the juice. And she still was like, we're gonna depend on what the investigation said. Here's my thing about her. She don't know jack about the game of basketball. She don't understand how the game goes. And when she's around other former basketball players and and not even former, but regular basketball journalists, when they break down the game, she shouldn't be saying jack. But she's just another Claudia Jordan. She's just another Claudia Jordan. Point blank period. What is Claudia Jordan? She's just another voice that just express her opinion, and even if she don't like what she hear, she don't care. You're going to hear what she have to say, even if that means she disrespectfully interrupts you in the midst of you taking your point, speaking your piece on your soapbox. And it's sad that it got to this point where we seeing black women in position to interrupt men, black men in particular. We seeing this misandriness in the sports territory. You gonna tell me that you're gonna go to a man's platform who's been doing it for over 30 years? You gonna tell that man to stop it? Are you kidding me? You gonna tell a man that's been commentating in the NBA to stop it? You gonna tell him to not speak his piece? You gonna tell this man to don't point fingers when he pointed at the dude who deserves the consequences for his action? But you gonna tell him to stop it? Because he's wondering why the women that's involved in this action not getting the consequences as well. You gotta think about it. The Boston Celtics suspended a head coach for a whole season for having a sexual relation with the vice president wife. Think about it. Why not this wife not get the punishment as well? Why not? If she partake in it, she should get the punishment as well. Far as we all know, there is no sexual violation being announced. There was nothing to deal with rape, deal with involuntarily touching. None of that. We heard consensual. That means two parties partake together. But Malika Anderson do not want to hear that. She don't. And I don't know how long she been doing what she's been doing as a sports journalist, but it's obvious she do not care about black men or the sports, especially basketball. Because I just saw a YouTube video where she had Richard Jefferson, Matt Bourne, and Perkins, and they was talking about the infamous foul block, and they all broke it down to an understanding that was an intentional move, and she was trying to make it seem as if it wasn't an intentional move. And when they tried to break it down, she was like, I didn't know I was dealing with some mind readers. No, you're dealing with guys that been in the game for a long time, and they know how to play the game, and they understand that certain things could be intentional and some things can be accidental. But it's women like her that fits in the category that the book of Proverbs speaks about. Her being loud, being interrupted. You can tell she's not the type of person that listens. And if she does listen, she's listening not to understand, but to rebuttal. Her whole thing is to attack. She don't listen. It's obvious she don't listen. And then I also sent another YouTube clip where Matt Moore was talking about the difference between LeBron James' leadership versus Kobe's leadership, and especially dealing in the playoffs. Matt Moore did a great job by saying, look, nothing against LeBron, but the difference between him and Kobe is that Kobe ... If it was Michael Jordan, he would ... Malika Anderson, Andrew, sorry to mispronounce her name, sorry. Malika Andrew, what she did was dog Kobe Bryant. Bringing up injuries, like anybody that knows LeBron James is one thing, but anybody that knows Kobe Bryant, that dude will play the game with a broken pinky. Injury. That man never practically took a break. If he was hurt, he would still be on that bench getting his stuff iced up and still be playing the game. That's the difference between Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. But Malika don't care. At this point, there's no need for me to even try to get anything from this woman, because her goal isn't to represent the sports. Her thing is not to commentate the sports. It's really to try to humble basketball players who used to play the game, who knows the game. And not only do they know the game, but they know the business. They know the business. They know the business better than her, but she don't want to accept accountability that she's slacking and lacking and being disrespectful too. Now, ESPN might hold on to her until she slip up. That's a guarantee. But it's obvious she's showing no respect. She showed no respect at all. And many people will probably look at me and be like, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't do this, that, like she doing this, that, and third. At the end of the day, I know what respect is like. And that's just certain things you just don't do to a person that you disagree with. You don't disrespect them by cutting them off or interrupt them or even giving them a chance to speak their piece. Or giving them a chance to rebuttal. Giving them a chance to debunk your stuff. And that's what she did. That's what she did. But you know what? That's just me. If you like what you heard, there's a dislike button. If you dislike what you heard, there is a dislike button. Let me say that again. If you like what you heard, there is a like button. If you dislike what you heard, there's a dislike button. Comment. Give me your 2 cents. And hey, you can disagree, but don't be disrespectful. Subscribe. Share this video. Let's continue this conversation. Who knows? May end up being live. Until then, and also one more thing. I got a music out called Man of Construction. Please go check it out. You might enjoy it. Until then, it's your boy P-Lot, aka the Brick Slinger. And as always, continue to sharpen one another. Support the kingdom. Take care and God bless. Laborers.